Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be sharing 2 fall DIYs that you can make using items from the Dollar Tree. As you saw, I'm going to be making the first DIY, which is that 3 stacked pumpkin. I'm going to be using one of these little foam pumpkins that they have the clip. I'm going to be using this beautiful burlap pumpkin. I just love this one. And then this other, off-white foam pumpkin. I'm going to be using also the the little mini Jengas that you can find in the toy section of the Dollar Tree. I'm going to be using Waverly chalk paint in the color pumpkin and some white matte paint. So first thing that I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be making the base of this, and you could easily just already get this at the Dollar Tree. I know that they do sell those wooden pallets. I could not find them, but that's another option if you don't want to do this. But like I said, I couldn't find them, so instead I'm just going to improvise and use these wooden blocks. And altogether I'm using 10, and I'm just going to be right now just sort of lining them up. If you've used these wooden sticks before for crafting, you know that usually they're not the most perfect. Some of them are longer than the other, so it's okay. You don't have to be perfect because you are going to kind of hide it with the pumpkin. And to glue it all together, I'm just going to be using this wood glue. If you really wanted to make this entirely Dollar Tree, you could use their wood glue. I actually have never used their wood glue before. Let me know in the comments down below if it's pretty good. But yeah, I'm just going to be gluing this all together, and I'll show you the next step. So I'm going to set aside the wooden base so that I can allow it time to dry. In the meantime, I'm going to be painting these just one little foam pumpkin in this Waverly chalk paint in the color pumpkin. Now this pumpkin has little white speckles. Now by itself, I think this is a very pretty color, but I want an orange top, so I am going to be painting over it. Ultimately, I did have to use 2 coats of paint because, as I said, this pumpkin has little speckles on it, and with one coat of the paint you could still see the little black speckles, so I wanted to hide that. So like I said, ultimately I gave it 2 coats of paint. To the bottom of the base, I'm going to be adding this berry garland. Now, I did admittedly get this from Hobby Lobby, and I did spend $2.99, as you can see there. However, I have since discovered that you can get them at the Dollar Tree. So I did pick up a couple. The only difference is at the Dollar Tree, they're more like a reddish kind of color, but that would work as well. And so I'm going to be using this to put at the base before I attach the pumpkin. Okay guys, here is the final look. I have to say I absolutely love the way that this came out. It is simple, but yet it is so pretty. I absolutely love it, and I really enjoyed making this. I hope that you do enjoy this little DIY, and like I said, everything is from the Dollar Tree except the garland I got from Hobby Lobby, but like I said, you can find that at the Dollar Tree as well. Okay guys, so for the next DIY, I'm going to be making a wreath. I absolutely enjoy making wreaths. You know, if you buy them in the store, they can be pretty expensive, but I enjoy making them because you can, you know, do as much as you want to them or as little as you want to them. And, you know, it just will come out great either way. I am using this wired wreath that I got from the Dollar Tree. I think that is like a little over 14 inches. I'm also using this burlap ribbon in this beautiful burnt orange color. I absolutely love this color. So in total, I will be needing to use about 1.5. But first, I'm just going to start off by just going ahead and wrapping the entire you know, frame in this burlap ribbon, and then I'm going to be decorating it. So now that I got the base of the wreath all wrapped up, I am just deciding on what florals I want to use on my wreath. Dollar Tree had some really beautiful florals recently, and I went back to get some more and I couldn't find them. So I'm glad I picked these up when I can. But as you can see here, I am a little indecisive as to which ones I want to use. So you'll kind of see me all over the place, but ultimately I love the ones that I picked and decided to use for this wreath. Alright guys, so after I was done attaching the florals, I decided to go ahead and put these burlap leaves, and they have stems at the bottom. So I'm just kind of playing with it a little bit in here and seeing like where I actually want it. I didn't film it, but I was really indecisive as to where I wanted these leaves, but I really like the way I placed them, or where I placed them, and I'm going to go ahead and just make sure that I hot glue them in place. Before I hot glue the burlap leaves, I'm going to go ahead and use another one of these cream color pumpkins that I used for the first DIY, and I'm just going to hot glue it in the middle of the leaf. I probably should have, glued the leaves first before I did this, but it came out fine either way. Alright guys, so here is how it turned out. I absolutely love the way it turned out. I love all the neutral colors. I love the burnt orange color. That's a favorite of mine for this time of year. I do hope that you enjoyed watching these two DIYs. I hope it gave you some inspiration to go out and, just try it on your own. Also, leave me a comment down below if you've done any fall DIYs. I'd love to check them out as well. And if you're not already a subscriber, I would love to have you as part of my caffeinated family. I hope that you guys are doing well, and I will see you in future videos for more DIYs. Take care now, stay well, and stay safe.